They said the grave was empty, but something inside it was still breathing. It started with a mistake. At least, that's what the cemetery caretaker told the police. The grave wasn't supposed to be opened. It was Plot 47, buried 23 years ago. No surviving family, no visitors, no flowers. Just a name worn thin by rain, Elijah Rowe. When construction workers arrived to expand the cemetery wall, one of the machines struck something hollow beneath the soil. The ground collapsed, and the coffin was exposed. But the coffin lid was already open. The workers assumed grave robbers, teenagers, vandals, but there were no broken locks, no splintered wood, no disturbed soil around it. It looked like the coffin had been opened from the inside. The caretaker, Mr. Halden, insisted that was impossible. "I buried him myself," he said. "I remember. The ground was frozen that winter." He wouldn't say how Elijah died, just that it was sudden and strange. When authorities examined the grave, they found something worse than an empty coffin. They found scratch marks, deep grooves carved into the inside of the lid. Not random, not desperate, organized, repeated. Like someone counting, 5 lines, then another 5, over and over, hundreds of them. And beneath the coffin, the soil wasn't packed, it was loose, like something had moved through it. That night, Mr. Halden couldn't sleep. The image of the open coffin haunted him. He told himself it was animals, ground shifting, logic. But at 2:33 a.m., the cemetery security alarm triggered. Motion detected near Plot 47. He lived only 5 minutes away. He drove back with a flashlight in a shaking hand. The cemetery gates were locked. No signs of entry. But as he walked toward Plot 47, he noticed something new. The dirt around the grave was disturbed again, fresh, as if it had been dug from below. Then he heard it, breathing, slow, wet. Coming from the open grave, he froze. The sound stopped. Then, a whisper, cold. Mr. Halden dropped the flashlight. It rolled toward the edge of the grave, beam pointing downward, illuminating the empty coffin. And behind it, a dark tunnel carved into the earth, too narrow for comfort, too deliberate to be natural. The whisper came again, still cold. It wasn't coming from the coffin. It was coming from below, from inside the tunnel. He ran, didn't look back, locked himself in the office and called the police. They searched the cemetery for hours, found nothing. No tunnel, no disturbed soil. The grave looked untouched, sealed, perfect, like it had never been opened. But Plot 47 wasn't the only one. The next morning, 3 more graves showed signs of collapse. Different years, different names, all buried over 20 years ago. All with no surviving relatives, all empty. That's when the town started talking. Old stories resurfaced about Elijah Rowe. They said he had a condition, something rare. His heart would slow. His breathing would nearly stop. Doctors once declared him dead when he was 13. He woke up in the morgue, smiling. They said when he died at 31, the doctor didn't wait long enough. No autopsy, quick burial, winter ground, frozen solid, hard to dig, harder to check. 3 nights after the graves collapsed, a security camera finally caught something. At exactly 2:33 a.m., the footage showed soil shifting, rising, as if something were pushing upward from below. Then, a hand, gray, thin, covered in dirt, emerging slowly from the ground. Not clawing, not frantic, controlled. It pulled itself out, followed by a second hand, then a face, sunken eyes, skin stretched tight, mouth slightly open, breathing, calm. It stood fully upright and looked directly at the camera. Not confused, not lost, aware. Then it tilted its head and smiled. The camera cut to static. When officers arrived minutes later, there was nothing there, but new disturbances appeared across the cemetery. Mounds shifting, graves unsettled, from beneath. Then people started disappearing. Only those who lived alone. Only those without close family. No forced entry, no struggle, just empty houses and dirt on the floor. Mr. Halden was the last to vanish. His office was found unlocked, lights on, security monitors flickering. On the main screen was Plot 47. The soil was perfectly smooth, untouched, but written across it, in neat, careful letters formed in the dirt, "Not buried." The cemetery closed permanently, fenced off, guarded, but locals say that late at night, the ground still moves. Small rises, small shifts, like breathing, slow, patient, waiting. Because maybe Elijah Rowe was buried alive. Maybe he clawed his way out. Maybe he learned something in the dark. Something about the silence beneath the earth. Something about how easy it is to dig upward. So, tell me, if you were buried by mistake and you made it out, would you forgive the world? Or would you make sure it never makes that mistake again?